today we are basically going to talk through what is Kuja, what we offer, and the topic of the day is how Kuja supports a local organization. So, to introduce myself, my name is Edgar Wabwire, and I'm going to take you through a very small presentation. Then after that, we are going to answer some of the questions that you will have to ask. So if you have any questions, feel free to go on the chat and be able to type the questions over there. Then I will be able to answer the question, and also my colleague will be able to follow up with some of the questions that will be down there on the chat. So Kuja is an Adesso subsidiary. So Adesso was basically found around 30 years ago, and Kuja aims at accelerating change in the aid and development sector. And the problem, okay, what are some of the problems? So the civil society organizations closest to communities have the most effective and efficient long-term solutions despite having the least resources and facing the most barriers to secure funding. So there are different common ways in which civil society organizations can be funded. That is the direct grant from a donor. Then there is a sub-grant with an NGO. Then there is the community-based funding. So some of the main barriers to funding include considered risky investment, that is fraud, which is the main issue. Then we have not well known by international donors or INGOs, and the programs that don't fit within the donor priorities. Then we also have proposals requiring expertise in writing skills. So with this, Kuja basically cuts down all these types of problems, and that is why we are here. So we are here to bridge that gap. So when they do get funding or partnerships with INGOs, often must fit activities within the donor or INGO project. So there is heavy reporting requirements, especially the financial bit of it. Then there is the restricted funding, little overhead and operational costs are included and time bound, and there is little flexibility in spending. So who we are, who Kuja is. So our vision is a world where communities have the autonomy to create their own future. Our purpose is to equip and collect impact-driven organizations to accelerate change in their communities. And what we offer is a trusted solutions to shift more funding and decision-making to communities-led organizations by linking civil society organizations and funders, building their internal capacity and driving learning to effective change. So we are addressing the current realities that create funding gaps while creating community and momentum to address the deeper inequalities within the sector. So for those who do not understand, Kuja is a Swahili word, so it basically means come. So we are telling you we come together, come learn, come grow, come connect, and we are addressing the current realities. That create funding gaps while creating community and momentum to address their deeper inequalities. So Kuja, we have 4 sub-branches. Kuja has 4 main sub-branches. So Kuja is we are a unique online platform, a unique type of community-based platform where community-based organizations to promote their work and connect to a global network of peers and funders. So the platform's powerful search enables anyone to discover organizations across different geographical sectors. We offer 4 different products, or rather Kuja is subdivided into 4 different branches. Number 1, we have Kuja Build, we have Kuja Link, we have Kuja Learn, then we have Kuja Advice. So I'm going to take you through each of these branches to make sure that you understand what each branch is about. So I'm going to start with Kuja Link. So Kuja Link, like the Swahili word, we are telling you to come, then link, come connect. So we are linking CSOs to funding. So we are basically using tools that make fundraising simpler for different organizations. So Kuja Link matches your organization to their best fit open funding opportunities and simplifies the proposal development process. So features to find the perfect fit organization. So Kuja Link analyzes your compliance requirements and project goals to identify local partners and guarantees an equally fit to deliver impact. So under Kuja Link, we are basically linking civil society organizations, community-based organizations, INGOs to different funders. That is our sub-branch number one. Number two, Kuja Build. So Kuja Build, we are building CSO operational capacity. So Kuja Build provides the back-end office support to local organizations that need to receive direct funding. So by filling the operational and administrative gaps, we enable organizations to meet donor compliance requirements. Then we have Kuja Learn. So Kuja Learn, we are creating a community for change. So Kuja Learn makes the learning opportunities accessible to all and provides an online space for skills building, mindset change, and action. Then the last branch we have Kuja Advice. We are simplifying the growth and change process. So Kuja Advice basically connects organizations with individuals who want to provide their skills and knowledge as short-term consultants. So I'm going to move on to speak about the type of the platform. We have different languages. The platform is offered in different languages. Number one, it's English, Spanish, and French, but we will soon introduce languages like Arabic, Hindi, etc., just to make sure that there is that inclusivity. Then we've been getting a question of cost. So for now, Kuja is free, but we will begin to charge clients when we introduce the different courses. Just to be clear, we do not offer funding, but we create a space where funders and civil society organizations can connect. That is through Kuja Link. So I've spoken about the mission, I've spoken about the vision, I've spoken about what Kuja offers, the branches, the Kuja Link, Kuja Build, Kuja Learn, and Kuja Advice. And some of the benefits that a CSO will get when joining the platform. Number one, you'll get visibility. Number two, your operational support will be eased. So visibility is something that civil society organizations have been struggling with for the better part of they do struggle with. So we are trying as much as possible to provide that. So we have also spoken about the different languages that are on the platform, then the cost effectiveness, or rather the cost implication that comes with joining the platform. So if you want to join the platform, it is very free. You can go to www.kuja.org and you can be able to sign up on the platform. So on that note, I've taken 12 minutes of your time. So I'm going to make sure to go through the chat and be able to answer some of the questions that have been posted there. Other questions, yes, I'm going to answer some of the questions that have been posted on the chat so that at least we are on the same page, because I can see we have quite a number of questions that are on the chat. So just give me some time to be able to go through the questions and be able to answer some of them, so that at least I can capture what you guys are asking. Okay, just a minute. I'm going to try as much as possible to look at some of the questions. So I'm going to read out the comments and answer the questions in a chronological order that they do appear on that chart. I can see we are having over 18 comments. So give me a minute. Thank you for the question. So we have Mark Care. Thank you so much for watching along, or rather tuning in. So the question is, what kind of organization or individual will get the most value from using Kuja, and at what stage of their development? So if I'm getting the question right, what kind of organizations or individual will get the most value from using Kuja, and at what stage of their development? So mostly local organizations, not only for visibility, but they are able to access grant opportunities. They're able to access grant opportunities, and in future we are going to have an ERP service through Kuja Build, which is currently under development. So local organization and funders are also able to benefit from learning through webinars and courses on the website. So I think I have captured and answered your question, Mark. Thank you so much for that. Then we have Harundi. You are saying that thank you for enlightening us on what Kuja is. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for taking your time and being here. You have Nzuki. Nzuki is asking, how do these solutions work together to create a holistic support system for the civil society organizations, that is the CSOs? So we have extensively consulted local organizations when developing Kuja. So it's not just a system that we woke up one day and decided to develop. We did a lot of consultation, and we have built a system that will enhance their visibility, back office services, and increased learning opportunities for the different organizations. So I feel, or rather I think that answers your question. We have Halima. Thank you. That is my colleague. She says, welcome to the live. Today's topic is what is Kuja and how it can support local organizations. Thank you so much, Halima, for being here and following along. So Halima is also saying that we will be answering all questions. Thank you. After this live, thank you. I'm going to capture some of the questions as they come. Others we are going to answer them after the live. Be sure to follow us on this page on Facebook. We are also on LinkedIn at Kuja Platform. Then you can also follow us on X, Kuja_platform. Then we have a YouTube channel that we disseminate videos related to what we do, related to the different learning content, that is the webinars, and some of the stories that we have captured from our members on the platform and different members from the local organization, the civil society organization. So we do highlight them on our YouTube channel. So be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. The username is Kuja Platform. So Twiri is asking, how easy is it for someone to get started on Kuja Platform, and what does the sign up process look like? So thank you so much for that question. It's a very good it's a very good question. So when you want to sign up on the platform, you go on www.kuja.org, and from that you will be able to get two different ways of signing up. So for example, if you're having your phone right now, we can go together on www.kuja.org. Then if you're using a computer, on your top right there is a button up there, the login button, right beside the language. So you can change the language to different preferred language. There is the French or the Spanish language. That is what we offer for now. But we're going to expand the base to have different languages on the platform. So down there, you can register as an organization or register as an individual. So it is very easy. It's a process that takes 3 minutes max, and you are able to register and sign in and be on the platform. So to really kindly take your phone, go on kuja.org, and you can sign in, or rather sign up as an organization if you have one, or rather if you work for any organization that you feel like this platform is useful to them, or you can sign up as an individual. So I think that answers your question. Shazi is asking, can you briefly walk us through the 4 key offerings? Sorry. Kuja Link, Kuja Build, Kuja Learn, and Kuja Advice, and the role each plays in supporting local organization. Thank you so much, Shaz, for that question. That is a very, very good question. And yes, sure. I've spoken about Kuja having the different sub-branches, so I'm going to walk you through. So Kuja Link, we are basically linking civil society organizations to funding. That is Kuja Link. So Kuja Link matches your organization to the best fit open funding opportunities and simplifies the proposal development process. So by that, we are directly supporting the civil society organization within that space. Then we have Kuja Build. Kuja Build, we are basically providing the back office support to local organizations to receive direct funding by filling operational and administrative gaps. We enable organizations to meet donor compliance requirements. So by that, we are also directly, or rather this sub-branch is directly supporting the local organization. Then we have Kuja Learn. So Kuja Learn makes learning opportunities accessible to everyone and provides an online space for skill building, mindset change, and action. So with the skill building, with the mindset change and action, we are directly supporting the different organizations. Then the last one, we have Kuja Advice. So Kuja Advice connects organizations with individuals who want to provide their skills and knowledge as short-term consultants. So I think, Shaz, I've captured your question, and thank you so much for that question. Then Nikki Kipla, I have a question, please. Who are the primary users of the Kuja platform, and how do CSOs, funders, and partners each benefit? So I appreciate so much for that question. So Kuja targets local organization and funders, as well as different INGOs and networks. So the hope is that the platform will ease visibility for local organizations, as well as the platform being able to ease their day-to-day work. So all the features that Kuja will be offering will be rolled out between this year and next year. So make sure to be able to join the platform. So the primary users of the Kuja platform and how CSOs, funders, and partners each benefit. I think I've captured that question. And just to repeat, the answer is Kuja targets local organizations and funders, as well as INGOs and networks. So we have funders, we have INGOs, we have networks, we have local organization, we have CBOs. So our hope is that the platform will ease the visibility bit for local organizations, as well as the platform being able to ease their day-to-day work. So we expect if you are joining the platform, number one, you are getting visibility as a CSO. Number two, as a funder, you are cutting down the due diligence process, because we understand how tiring it is to verify if an organization is legit or not. So with Kuja, you do not have to do that, because we've already done that for you. So thank you for that. Very, very good question. So Mark K is saying thanks for the insight. Thank you too. Sarah is saying, how does Kuja's mission and vision reflect in commitment to support community-based organizations globally? Thank you so much for that question, Sarah. So to answer it, I'm going to take it one by one. So you've asked, how does Kuja's mission and vision reflect its commitment to supporting community-based organizations globally? So Kuja's mission and vision clearly reflects a strong commitment to support community-based organizations globally by centering local leadership, community voice, and direct impact in development efforts. So how does it do it? Our vision, in terms of the vision, so locally led change and community voice at the center. So Kuja envisions a world where social change across the global south is driven by the most affected, I mean the local organization and communities themselves. It challenges the dominant top-down development models by emphasizing the community voices, which should inform the actions of global funders, institutions, and decision makers. So in terms of the mission, so Kuja's mission is to equip organizations and individuals, speak directly to capacity strengthening and platforming of CBOs, those are the community-based organizations, by helping them increase their impact and simplify the process of making change. So Kuja is actively reducing the barriers that often prevent smaller grassroots actors from thriving in the global development of ecosystem. So in short, Kuja doesn't just advocate for community-based organizations, it provides the infrastructure, visibility, and support they need to lead social transformation from the ground up. So I think that captures your question as well. So thank you so much, Sarah, for that question. So Lilian Komboka, what languages does the platform currently support, and how is Kuja ensuring accessibility for a more diverse audience in future? So currently, I've spoken about the languages that we do have currently. We support, or rather we offer English. If you log on to kuja.org, or rather www.kuja.org, we currently support English, Spanish, and French, but we are soon launching the different languages, just to make sure that we are able to support inclusivity. So we will be adding languages like Arabic to make sure that you can be able to interact well on the platform, because we are a platform that really speaks more about inclusivity regardless of the language that you are able to speak. So Harun D is asking, do you charge joining the platform? Thank you for the question, Harun. So currently the platform is free, but we introduce charging in future. Joining the platform currently is free, so that is good news. You can be able to hop on to www.kuja.org. So I have like 3 minutes to answer some of this question. Very encouraging discussion. Keep up. Thank you. Nice space. Thank you. You can ask a question. Can you clarify Kuja's position on funding? Does Kuja directly fund organizations or play a different role in funding sessions? Thank you for that question. Does Kuja directly fund organization, or does it play? So Kuja does not directly fund or rather provide funding, but as I've said, we have a list of grant opportunities. So when funders join, they have the liberty to choose on whether to fund local organizations from what they see on the platform. So we provide a platform and the visibility, so it's up to the funders to see whom to fund and whom not to. So it's up to them. Wow, amazing. Thank you so much. I love it. How can I join the platform? Thank you so much, Harun. You can join the platform by on your phone or rather on your desktop by going on www.kuja.org. So what inspired the creation of Kuja, and what is the core problem that seeks to solve? What inspired the creation of Kuja, and what is the core problem it seeks to solve for local organizations? Thank you so much for the question. So local organizations, basically Kuja has been an inspiration from local organizations because they do lack visibility and funding to do their work. So hence the development of Kuja. So Kuja tries to deal with the barrier of local organizations not being able to be visible, and funders not knowing where local organizations are, and also helping local organizations with the back office services such as operational as well as learning opportunities, among others. So I think I'm going to wrap it up at that. So thank you so much for joining. So if you have any questions, if you have any suggestion, kindly we have a telephone number. Let me just read it out. A WhatsApp number that is +254, that is the country code, then 708 091 854. That is our WhatsApp number. You can ask us any question over there. Then apart from that, you can reach us directly via email. So our email is info@kuja.org. info@kuja.org. We are going to answer as many questions as possible. And also make sure to follow us on social media. On Facebook, this is the page. On X, it's Kuja_platform. On LinkedIn is Kuja platform. On YouTube, you can subscribe to our channel at Kuja platform. Yes, I think that is it. Thank you so much for keeping me company for the past 30 minutes. I really appreciate it. The first session, overwhelming comments, overwhelming support, overwhelming views. Thank you so much. These are sessions that we're going to conduct them monthly, so be sure to join the session at the end of the next month. So we are going to communicate in advance in terms of the topics that we're going to delve in, so that you do not miss out on such very informative sessions. So with that said, thank you so much. Be sure to join Kuja. Click the link on the bio on our Facebook page. We have a link there. Click there, you'll be able to join the platform. Otherwise, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Bye. See you next month.